Adidas does not stand for All Day I Dream About Sports. It comes from the founder's name, Adolf Adi Dassler. Einstein did not invent the theory of relativity out of nowhere. His work built on ideas from previous physicists like James Clerk Maxwell and Hendrik Lorentz. Alcohol actually lowers body temperature despite the warm feeling it gives, as it causes blood vessels to expand, increasing blood flow to the skin. Greek and Roman statues were originally painted in bright colors. Over time, the paint wore off, leaving the white marble we see today. People who say astrology predicts your future are wrong. Astrology lacks scientific support and is considered a pseudoscience. Predictions made by astrologers are often vague and inconsistent. Bats are not blind. Bats have good eyesight and can see better than humans in low light conditions. Bears do not truly hibernate. They enter a state of torpor, which is a deep sleep where their body temperature and heart rate drop, but they can wake up if disturbed. Bulls are not angered by the color red. They are colorblind to red, and it is the movement of the matador's cape that provokes them to charge. Carrots contain a nutrient called beta-carotene, which is important for eye health. However, eating carrots will not improve existing eyesight or cure eye problems. Cats and dogs are not completely colorblind. Both can see some colors, primarily blues and yellows. Chameleons change color based on mood, temperature, and light, not just to blend in with their surroundings. Chewing gum does not take 7 years to digest. Gum is mostly indigestible and passes through the digestive system at the same rate as other food. Christopher Columbus was not the first to discover America. Norse explorer Leif Erikson reached North America around 500 years before Columbus. Cino de Mayo is not Mexico's Independence Day. It commemorates the Mexican victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Coffee does not dehydrate you. While caffeine is a mild diuretic, the water content in coffee more than compensates, contributing to your daily fluid intake. A coin dropped from the Empire State Building might sting, but it isn't dangerous as the coin experiences more air resistance as it descends. However, aerodynamically shaped flying objects such as fountain pens can reach up to 310 km per hour and potentially kill someone. Cracking knuckles does not cause arthritis. The sound is caused by gas bubbles bursting in the joint fluid. Dogs primarily cool themselves by panting, but they do sweat through their paw pads. Contrary to the myth, Albert Einstein excelled in mathematics during his school years and did not fail math. Fortune cookies were invented in the United States and are commonly served in American Chinese restaurants. Goldfish have memories longer than 3 seconds. They can remember things for months and can also be trained to perform simple tasks such as recognizing colors or finding specific feeding spots in the aquarium. The Great Wall of China is not visible from space without aid. This myth has been debunked by astronauts who have confirmed that it is difficult to see with the naked eye from space. It was Carl Benz who invented cars. He is credited with inventing the first true automobile in 1885 or 1886. A car is defined by the following aspects. It is a multi-lane, non-rail-bound motor vehicle powered by an engine designed for the transportation of people and goods. Humans did not evolve directly from chimpanzees. Instead, both species share a common ancestor from which they diverged millions of years ago. Neurological research shows that we use virtually every part of the brain, and most of the brain is active almost all the time. The story of an apple falling on Isaac Newton's head inspiring the theory of gravity is likely apocryphal. Newton himself mentioned observing an apple fall, which led him to ponder gravitational forces. Jesus was likely not born on the 25th of December. The date was chosen to coincide with pagan festivals celebrating the winter solstice. Some evidence suggests his birth may have occurred in the spring. Lightning can strike the same place twice. Tall structures and trees are often struck multiple times during a storm. It depends on how you define the measure, because measured from base to summit, Hawaii's Mauna Kea is taller than Everest, with over half of it submerged underwater. Microwaves use non-ionizing radiation, which does not have the energy to remove tightly bound electrons or damage DNA. Napoleon was not unusually short. Napoleon was around 5 feet 7 inches, which was average height for a Frenchman of his time. The term Nazi was an informal and derogatory abbreviation for the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Members referred to themselves as National Socialists, not Nazis. The only thing ostriches do when threatened is laying flat against the ground to avoid detection. Peanuts are not nuts, they are legumes related to beans and lentils. While some species are monogamous for a season, they may change partners in subsequent seasons. Santa was not created by Coca. The modern image of Santa Claus was developed over many years, with significant contributions from various artists and writers. Shaving cuts hair at the surface, giving it a blunt tip, which can feel coarser as it grows out but won't make it certainly thicker. Scientific studies have found no link between sugar consumption and increased hyperactivity in children. Swimming right after eating isn't dangerous. The biggest risk might be a minor cramp or that you will have to throw up. The Bible does not specify an apple as the forbidden fruit. The fruit is simply referred to as fruit in the text. The Colosseum hosted a variety of events, including animal hunts and mock naval battles, not only gladiator battles. The cause of the Great Chicago Fire still remains unknown. While folklore blames Mrs. O'Leary's cow, the true cause has never been determined. People did not universally believe the Earth was flat. Educated individuals in the Middle Ages widely accepted that the Earth was spherical. Evidence suggests that the pyramids of Giza were constructed by a workforce of paid laborers who were provided with food and housing. They also worked under organized conditions. Antarctica holds the title of being the largest desert, as these areas are defined by low precipitation, not temperature. Spain reported on the flu extensively due to its neutral stance during World War I, leading to the misnomer of being the origin of the flu. The sun is actually not yellow. It emits white light, which appears yellow from Earth due to atmospheric scattering. The term Third World referred to countries not aligned with NATO or the Communist bloc during the Cold War. Edison improved upon existing designs to create a practical, long-lasting bulb. He didn't invent it. Botanically, tomatoes are fruits because they develop from the ovary of a flower and contain seeds. Twinkies have a shelf life of only about 45 days. Vomitoriums were passageways in Roman amphitheaters that allowed crowds to exit quickly. Iwerks, a Disney animator, played a significant role in the character's creation alongside Walt Disney. The myth of burnings at the stake in Salem is likely inspired by European witch trials, where execution by fire was common. In Salem, those convicted of witchcraft were hanged, except one man who was pressed to death with stones. It's a common myth that wolves howl more during a full moon. However, there's no evidence linking the behavior to lunar phases. Wolves howl primarily to communicate with their pack. If you like this video, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.